Hey everyone, Dr. Jeff Bullock here from PRISM AI Consultants, and I'm going to give you the 5 key steps that you need to craft an effective prompt in ChatGPT and really any large language model. All right, but before we do that, we're going to get the right mindset. So I need you to put on your imagination hats with me for just a little bit so we can think about this in the right way. So imagine that you have a team of experts who are assisting you. Okay, so you have a team of experts who are assisting you. Now, this is specifically for GPT-4. All right, now with GPT 3.5, that's the free version. It's more like you got an assistant who's pretty good at emails. That's the difference. That's the vast difference between the free version and the paid version. Now, I don't get anything from OpenAI. I'm just telling you what the best is, and at PRISM, we coach on the best. Now, we have a team of experts who are assisting us. That's GPT-4. So that's the framework that we're thinking of. So if I have my team of experts, then the first step is I have to name them. So step 1 is name your expert. Okay, so we're going to name our experts. Step 2 is introduce yourself. So you're going to actually introduce yourself. You don't have to actually use your name if you don't feel comfortable, if you don't want to, but you need to give some context and some background to what you are bringing to the table, right? Because you have your experts, they're bringing something to the table, but no matter who we are, we have experiences and we're bringing something to the table as well. So that's step 2, introduce yourself and give your background. Step 3, introduce the issue. So you want to give all of the background information for whatever the issue is that we're coming to this large language model for to help us solve, because it is a tool to help us solve an issue. So you want to put that issue in there and all the background information. So if we're using our imagination again, then our team of experts, they need all of that background in order to actually help us with a plan for us to achieve our goal. So step 3 is what's the issue and all of the background information and the context for the issue too. Now, I'm going to also put a special interjection here for this step. Your team of experts who are assisting you, they can get on the internet and they can find out stuff and research things as long as it's within the public domain and there's no paywall involved. They can get that. So you can tell your experts in this part or any part really to go online and search a specific site. You can type in natural language, so just regular English or whatever language you speak. You can ask them to go on this specific site, or you can copy and paste the URL in that part too. The context matters here, okay? You'll hear that a lot. So that's step 3. All right, step 4 is the goal. So you want to make sure that you give the large language model the end goal that you want to achieve. And think big on this, okay? Because this is the first technology that actually comes up with ideas and solutions to problems. So beforehand, we had to tell the models exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. We had to think about all the possible outcomes, but that's not the case anymore. The game has changed in that regard. So now we can give an actual goal and ask for multiple ways on how we can try to achieve that goal and have the large language model figure out different aspects of it. So step 4 is what is the big goal? So you put that in there next. All right, last step, step 5. The command. So you want to now give the large language model what is the actually command that you want them to do. So please give me a strategy. Please give me a plan. Please give me a table, a list. What do you want it to do now? You've given it all this context. Steps 1 through 4 are the context of which you've given the model. So now it knows what to do. And now step 5, you give it the command. And now from there on, you go ahead and you press enter and you see what we get. So we're going to do a live example. Okay, guys. So now we're going to actually use the knowledge that we just learned for a real life use case so they can sink in. Okay. So if we look here, the persona, because we need to know exactly what the scenario is as we use this example, as we craft our effective prompt using the 5 key steps. So we have a high income field manager, the background in pharmacy. The situation is this person is experienced in managing large scale operations and teams, but wants to start a side business. The goal is to start a side business that can eventually match their current income of $180,000 $1,000 annually, but they can dedicate about 15 hours a week to their venture and the resources. They are open to using AI like ChatGPT and can invest in virtual assistants. So this is the scenario. So we're going to go to ChatGPT, and if you have not upgraded to the paid version, you would just go down here and where your name is, and it would say upgrade, and that's where you would do it. So first step is to name your experts, right? So we're going to name our experts. Okay, so as you can see here, I have you are an expert in entrepreneurship, business strategy, and time management. Now, you can do even more experts. You can have as many experts as you want to have. So you're not stuck with just one. You can have as many as you want to have. And in fact, you actually want to put as many as you can think of that are going to be relevant to whatever your use case is, whatever the reason why you're coming to ChatGPT or whatever large language model. It was for a reason because it's a tool. So whatever experts you feel like will help you with that, that's what you will put in here. Okay. So now for the next step, which is step 2, which is to introduce yourself, right? So we're using this example. So we're going to introduce ourselves in that. All right. So for the introduction of myself, I am a high-level field manager with a background in pharmacy. I have experience in leading teams and managing substantial business operations. So that's the background and context for introducing myself. Now, step 3, which is to outline the problem or introduce the issue. Okay, so despite my experience, I'm new to the startup world. I need to identify a viable business idea that aligns my skills and limited time availability of 15 hours per week. Because in this example, the field manager, successful, but only has 15 hours a week for the side business. So we're outlining what the actual issue is here, but not giving any solutions to it, just saying what the background is and what's going on. You can go into much more detail here, and you should if you have it, but since this is a fictional example, we'll stop here, and we will continue with the 4th piece, which is the goal, right? So what is that big goal? All right, so my goal is to establish a side business that can eventually generate an income of $180,000. So that is the big goal. Great. Now we have the last step, which is step 5. And step 5 is the command, right? So what is the command? What do we need from it? What do we want from the model? What are we trying to get out of it? What's the whole point of us coming here? Okay, so for the command, please provide me with a strategy and actionable steps to identify and start a profitable business venture, considering my background, time constraints, and income goal. Also suggest how I can effectively use AI and virtual assistants in this process. I'm going to add something else too. I'm going to say, please ensure that the business is profitable. Well, I'm going to say, please focus on ensuring that the business is profitable. That's not spelled right, but scalable. Focus on ease of implementation and exit strategy. So these are just good in general for startups. So enjoying lots of coaching. That's just something that came through. So now that we have our goal, you also can put in the end here context cleanup, like ask me any questions for clarity, just in case something was missed. But that was good. That's the 5 steps. And if you look here, it's pretty meaty, right? So when you first come to a large language model, it looks like a Google search. So you may try to prompt it simply, but the more context you give it, the better it is that you're going to get what you're looking for. So the better the context, the better the results. And I'm actually going to put down here, please go online to find the best strategy if you need to. And you can't do that with the free model. You can't go online. Right? So now I'll put that in there. Let's see what we get. It did not go online, so it did not seem like it needed to on that one. We can edit it to do it if we needed to in the future, or we'll actually edit the prompt just to see how to make it go online. But in this example, absolutely gave an excellent strategy. Let's look here. First, identify niche opportunities, leverage your background, validate the idea, surveys, feedback, prototype testing, business model and plan. So this is your team of experts. This is the level of response that you get when you give a good prompt. This is the implementation strategy. This is how you scale. So let's say that we wanted to change that. So with those, and instead, so if we change it to this for the last part for the command where it says, please provide me with the strategy actionable steps, and also say, please give me, and we're going to give an actual number, 7 different ideas that make sense, and tell me why. So if you see here from an editing standpoint where it says 2 of 2, if you clicked on that, you can actually still see the other response that it gave for our first prompt. And then now it's giving for our second prompt on what you should do. You can take it a million different places from here, but I just wanted to show an actual example so it can sink in the 5 steps on how you want to think about the large language model and how you want to prompt it so that you can really start getting some great results. This only is with the paid version of ChatGPT. GPT-4 is the strongest large language model as of December 2023. However, AI changes every day. Thank you. This is Dr. Jeff Bullock with PRISM AI Consultants. If you like this video, please share. And if you wanted to learn more, please join our free AI community on school.com, PRISM AI Family, where I do updates and live question and answers, as well as think about the new future that we're going to have and talk about the new future that we're going to have with this groundbreaking technology. Not just ChatGPT, there's so much more in store. So thank you. Have a great day.